Yeah, yeah. We stop playing with y'all niggas, man. Yeah. Niggas know that. Niggas know that. Niggas know that it's only one of me. Niggas know that it's only one of me. Niggas know that.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Hoops Unfiltered. And boy, I know there's been a little hiatus, but trust me, that Luka Doncic news, it got us out our rat hole.
Facts.
So we're going to be talking about that today, but I almost forgot the introductions. I am one of your hosts. My name is Zydafy. As you can see there on Twitch, I'm Zydafy on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. And today, I will be one of your co-hosts letting you know about this Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis trade.
Yeah, you know what it is. Yours truly, Shaun the Dawn. You feel me? We ready to talk about what's going on. Let's get it.
It's good with y'all, good people of the world, man. That's all I got to say.
That's all you got to say. Okay. That's the hyper. Oh, that's the hyper quadcast right there. I don't know why you so close to that mic. I don't think. look. As y'all can see, I don't think you got to be that close to the mic, man. But hey, brother, you know what I'm saying. You want to make sure the fine people out there can hear you. Look, amen.
Right.
All right. As I mentioned earlier, y'all, unless you've been under a rock, which you can't be because you're on our podcast right now if you're watching, or YouTube. How you doing, YouTube? Okay. Anyway, as y'all heard, and I know we are a week late, but as you've heard, Luka Doncic is now a Los Angeles Laker, and Anthony Davis is a Dallas Maverick. Before we even get to our points, fellas, how does that make you feel? And please don't get political on me right now. I just want your base feelings. How y'all feeling about that? Let's start with you, Shaun. Talk to me, man.
I ain't gonna lie. I know exactly where I was at when this happened. I believe I was on the game.
Yep.
I think we was on the game. I think we was on 2K.
You were on the game because I was on the game too.
Facts. I'm scrolling through my phone. I'm on IG. I see Luka and AD trade. I'm like, Shams posted it. I'm like, Shams is like legit. So I'm like,
Shams.
Nah, he might have got hacked or something like that.
Facts.
I swiped it out, opened up IG again. I'm like, oh snap, this is real. I was like, I gotta tell the boys about this one. I gotta tell somebody. I was like, yo, there's no way that happened. So I was just shocked, and I'm still shocked. I can't believe that still happened. Honestly.
Bro, it's crazy you say that, man. Like I was just talking to someone last week. So you know how you have moments, bro. Like they're so historic, so impactful that you like you remember where you were at when it happened. Yeah. Like I remember where I was at when TikTok got shut down. Like I was downstairs eating food with my fiance and my brother. Like it was crazy, and we talked about that for 2 hours. Same way is the Luka Doncic trade, bro. I remember exactly what was going on. I was on the game, and you were the one that told me, and you was like, "Yo, Zai." Shaun was like, "Yo, Zai, bro, Luka's a Laker now, bro." I said, "What?" He said, "Bro, Luka just got traded with Anthony Davis." I said, "Bro, shut up, bro." Like I was like, "Bro, what kind of NBA blog page you on, IG page you on, bro?" Because I just knew it was fake. Like in that moment, I just knew it was fake. Whole time, bro. And then I looked, and everybody's saying it. Luka, 25-year-old Luka Doncic, bro, got traded for Anthony Davis, man. But we're gonna get into that, man. But Brandon, how you feeling, man? How that make you feel?
Man, I can remember it like it was yesterday, man. Oh my goodness. One of the biggest trades I've ever seen in my lifetime, man. I was sitting on the couch, getting off of work, listen to the parlays. I look up NBA. All I see is Luka and AD. I couldn't believe it. But now we're here. Yeah,
when you see two players on the same post, you just know what that means. You just know, there's a trade.
Yeah.
Either those the pieces that got traded or they teaming up now. That's the new duo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So obviously, y'all, we're going to be talking about that and a couple of other things. But let's go ahead and get into our points for the day, fellas. And I'm going to just read it straight off my phone. I'm going to be authentic with y'all today. You know what I'm saying? So, let me get comfortable. Fellas, after seeing this trade, and as you alluded to, Brandon, we've never seen a trade, the craziest trade I think in anybody's lifetime when it's come to the NBA and basketball history. So when you think about this trade, I gotta ask, how does that how does that affect the future of the NBA, man? Like, what do y'all think about that? Like, how does that affect the future of the NBA, man? Like, how we going forward? Like, what do y'all think? Like, just talk to me.
I ain't gonna lie.
Man. Talk to me.
I feel like nobody not safe.
Yeah.
Like if Dallas could just give up a superstar like that, I mean, nobody not safe. I feel like anybody could go.
Absolutely.
Like word.
Absolutely.
Like LeBron, you up for takes too. Word. Like anybody could go. I feel like.
Yeah.
Nah, that's why I feel like they're going, man. Like for me, you traded Luka, but anybody can go. I think Ant even said something like, "I hope they don't trade me."
Yeah.
But I like the savageness of the GM. See this how things was back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Before the players had the power, you just got traded and you ain't say nothing about it. You just kept it moving. I like the GMs getting their power back. I'm not gonna lie. Was it a good move? I'm not sure, but I like it. It's bringing more drama, bring the ratings up. Facts.
They harassing. What's that guy name on the Dallas? Nico Harrison.
Nico Harrison, the GM.
Yeah.
He got death threats, bro.
No, because all right. So here's my thing about that. First of all, I don't know what you're talking about. GMs lost their power. GMs have always had the power. They were just never crazy enough to make a ridiculous trade like this. And I'm gonna say it, y'all. It's a ridiculous trade. Yeah. It's a ridiculous trade. So I don't think they ever lost their power. At the end of the day, I think the players definitely have gotten a lot more freedom. But I think that's because the GMs are willing to recognize the value of a player. So you look at GMs back in the day, they're thinking about business. I don't even think they're watching the games for real. Now I feel like GMs are more involved in that organization to where they understand a player's value. So they're not going to make a drastic trade like that if you're aware of how valuable a player is to your franchise. So when you look at a 25-year-old Luka Doncic, who in the last 3 years was top 3 in MVP voting, and last year he had my MVP vote. I'm just going to be real with you. I think last year, especially if you include the postseason and you include the year 2022, I think Luka Doncic was the best player in the world, bro. I think those 2 years, he's the best player in the world. So it's just like, we've never seen a trade this drastic, like this crazy. And the thing is, this is the thing, Brandon. No one knew about the trade except the GMs. Crazy. So like you saying like the players not saying anything, the players didn't know. Bro, Mark Cuban, the co-owner, or the co-owner of the of the Dallas Mavericks, whatever, like he wasn't aware about it. Because he stepped down. He stepped down, man. Like, no one knew about it. That is
LeBron. No.
All right, bro. Come on, man.
Bro, I got to stop.
Bron,
he ain't know. He was at dinner with Bronny and Savannah. He wasn't there.
He was in state.
No, all right. I don't know if he's eating dinner. I think he knew. I think Bron knew before anybody else. But I think by the time Bron knew, it had already happened. Like, there was nothing Bron could do. But he was eating dinner with his family. I don't believe that. I think that's LeCap back at it again.
Nah, he was
that's LeCap back at it again, bro.
Dinner with the GMs. That's
having dinner. Yeah. He was having dinner with Rob Pelinka. He said, "Oh yeah, just so you know, Bron, AD gone." That's what I think happened. That's what I think happened.
AD gone.
And I think Bron was like, "Dang." I think Bron, if he wanted to, he could have influenced some, but he's like, "Dang, like, I mean, it's already happening pretty much." And like Luka. It's Luka. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't never seen a trade like this, bro. Like that's crazy, man. I don't know what Nico thinking, but we gonna get into that.
I don't know what he was thinking ever.
Nah, but yeah, apparently, bro, with Nico, he's I don't even think he be watching the games I could have sworn I saw some on YouTube. Cause he's the new GM, like he's the new owner, like the new GM or whatever, right? So from what I saw on YouTube, he's not very familiar, like he doesn't actually really watch the games. But him and Rob Pelinka are friends, so it's just like, hey man, if we get rid of anybody, if we get rid of Luka for anybody, we're gonna get rid of him for Anthony Davis. Now, for those who don't know in the chat, those who don't know on YouTube, because for YouTube, obviously this will be posted a lot later. This was filmed Saturday. What's today's date, fellas? What's today's date, fellas? It's February 8th. February 8th. This is filmed Saturday, February 8th. Okay? It is currently, I believe, it's 9:30. All right? So, the Dallas Mavericks actually played their first game with Anthony Davis. So, we're talking about getting rid of Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis, who had an amazing first quarter, and then he got hurt in his debut game.
Seen that.
He got hurt.
I don't know if did he return. I don't know if he came back or not.
Nope, did not come back. Finished with 26
who
points.
cares? Did you not see the dominant performance?
Yeah, we did. We did, but it doesn't matter if you can't play. I mean, it just does not matter if you cannot play. But
made out of glass.
A very impactful first quarter for sure.
Y'all not gonna do my boy like
I think he had 14, 8, 3, 1 and 1 just in the first quarter alone.
Yeah.
It was incredibly dominant. Yeah. But again, if you're hurt, I mean, you can't be dominant on the bench. You're just going to be a verbal leader. So, I mean, I don't really know, but we're about to get into that for a second. So, fellas, this is what I really wanted to talk about. And I'm getting a little hype. And by the way, y'all, no coffee, okay? This is authentic energy. That's how crazy this trade is, okay?
Hello.
I wanted to ask you guys, as well as the chat and YouTube, who do you think benefited the most from this trade? Okay, we're going to talk about right now. And we're going to talk about a longevity aspect as well. Who benefits now and who benefits in the long term? Or maybe both.
I think right now, I'm going to say Dallas. They looking, well, before 80 went down, it was looking scary. I ain't going to lie.
Yeah.
For longevity, I'm going to say Luka. Obviously, 80's older. He's like, what, 30, 33? 32,
31. But he turns 30. He turns 32, and I think next month or a couple months from now. So he's pretty much 32.
Right. So like he only got about like 2 or 3 years, and he done. Luka's 25. You feel me?
Luka's 25.
Luka's 25. He's gonna be there for a minute. So like
the youngest superstar in the league. Jason Tatum's 26. Luka's 25. And of course, I would be inauthentic if I didn't say Anthony Edwards was 23. Second pick in this year's All-Star draft, but we'll get to that later as well.
Big 23.
All right, Brandon, talk to me, man. How you feeling? I mean, AD was part of your team, so I mean, how we feeling? Who benefits more? And let's just talk about your feelings, man.
Man, first of all, AD, man, no, everybody was so happy about Luka, man. We need to send you off straight, man. I'm gonna eulogize you right quick. You know what I'm saying? You did great. My team is 5. My team is 5 because of you. You know what I'm saying? When you did your thing, I think you somewhere around 26 and 12 for us. Great basketball. First team all defense for me. You know, top 5. You know, really top 10. You want my top 10? You want my top 10? Word. Now you gotta see.
Top 10. Wait. Top 10 on what?
Wait, top 10 on what?
Top 10 guys right now. He's in my top 10.
Oh, okay. I thought we was talking about all time. Yeah, he's definitely a top 10 guy now. Absolutely. He should have been an all-star starter.
Yeah, I believe so. But you know, I am with Dallas. I mean, yeah, I think it benefits them now more than ever. You know, but I mean, he's hurt now, so I don't know when he's gonna come back. Nobody knows. But if he keeps playing like that, man, Dallas gonna go far in the playoffs. I got them in OKC, to be honest. I thought it benefited us too until you know, Mark Williams just decides he wants to go back to Charlotte. I don't know why, but whatever.
We'll get into that because we got some news on that as well. We got some news on that as well, man.
Now that Mark ain't here, I don't think we're contending like that for real. I'll be surprised.
Jackson Hayes, man.
Jackson Hayes is actually a pretty good player, but he got to bulk up.
On Jackson Hayes,
he got to bulk up. He's not a big to rely on to play over 30 minutes a game. He's just not. He got to bulk up. But actually, man, Shaun, you go ahead and tell him about Mark Williams, bro. Go ahead and tell him what you told me, man. Then that we talking about it, we might as well.
Boom. All right, so boom, I get a notification, right? It said that pretty much Mark Williams did not pass his physical. So Lakers vetoed the trade. Connect is back on the Lakers, so it's gonna be mad awkward now. I don't even know how that's gonna go. And then Mark Williams is back on the Hornets.
16 and 10 guy could not complete his physical training. Failed PT. Physical training test. 16 and 10 guy.
And I was looking at the comments. They were saying, "Dang, he must be really hurt." I don't know if he's hurt or not. I don't know if he got an injury.
I'm gonna be real, bro. And I don't like to make assumptions, chat, but I'm gonna be real, man. I don't think a 16 and 10 guy just fails his physical test, bro. I think, man, he failed another type of test, man. That's what I think. I think he failed another test. You averaging 16 and 10, and you're telling me you failed a physical test in the NBA? I think I've heard that only one time before.
Yeah.
Nah, he failed another type of test, you asked
He
me.
didn't put it down.
He failed another type of test,
I
man.
think,
Charlotte treating him right, boy.
Yeah, go to rehab, man. Something.
He heard it was, man, he heard L.A. Never mind. I ain't even going to get that.
Nah, he won't like this in high school, fellas. He won't like this in high school.
He always been good. He still is good, bro. I just think there's something else going on, bro. Like, for you to... What kind of trade have you heard in the last 5 years, bro? Like, we can't make that trade because you failed your physical training test. Like, that just don't make sense. That don't sound right. That sound like it's another story, man. It sound like you probably failed a drug test or I don't know. He got he got something else going on, bro. But I'm just guessing.
I don't know. I was like, dang. I don't know how that new roster gonna look with the Lakers. That's the lineup.
But who benefits in the long term though, Brandon? You didn't answer that. Do you think it's the Los Angeles Lakers or maybe it's the Dallas Mavericks as well?
I think Lakers definitely benefit in the long term. I think Nico might get fired, to be real with you. Like, that doesn't benefit his long term at all. Absolutely. Even if you do win a chip, it's just like, what if Kyrie leaves? I guarantee you Kyrie gets a good deal. If free agency ended today and Kyrie ends a free agency, I do not think he's re-signing to the Dallas Mavericks, bro.
Absolutely.
Like, out of all teams. So it's just like the team's going to go downhill after 1 or 2 years. So, I mean, but Luka, like 25, and you can build around him? No, future bright in LA.
No, absolutely.
I'm a brownie.
You gotta look at it like this, man. I just went ahead and did some research just to make sure I won't tripping. All right, so you asked me who benefits right now, who benefits long term. If we're going for a Hail Mary, win right now type vibe, type tactic, if you would say, because I would say it's the Dallas Mavericks, and I think Nico. One, I gotta say, Nico, man, you got some balls, bro. Like, real talk, and YouTube do not demonetize me, man. If we get monetized from this episode, please don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I could be talking about basketballs, YouTube, but like you really do, just because it's like
about basketball.
You give away your franchise player who's been there, I believe, for 6 years now. Been playing pro since high school. MVP candidate. He's been a top 3 player in the world for the past 4 years. So it's just kind of like. That's a very ballsy thing to do, bro. I mean, there's really no other way to put it. So who benefits right now? I would say the Dallas Mavericks, man. But the real question is it worth it? Like, you look at Kyrie Irving, who's 32 years old. You look at Anthony Davis, who's 31 years old, but he's extremely injury prone. And man, like, maybe Nico thought all these fans were just joking about how injury prone AD was. No, we were dead serious. Like, he gets injured in his debut game. And yes, when Anthony Davis is healthy, he is a top 5. Really, to me, I believe he's a top 5 basketball player on the earth. I really do. I think he's that good. I think he's the second best big man in the league. I think he's better than Embiid. Because Embiid's showing signs of regression, even though Embiid's still a guy. I think he's better than Embiid when he's healthy. This year's Embiid, not 2 years ago. No, not that Embiid. Right?
Nah, he was on one though.
He was on one. He's on one. So I think he's that nice.
He was all right.
Okay. I think he was that nice, right? But the thing is, the fact is, you don't know how healthy Anthony Davis will be this season. Kyrie gets injured sometimes. Usually he's reliable. You can rely on Kyrie. But look at your lineup. You have Quentin Grimes. You have Dante Exum. You have Derek Lively. You have Daniel, you have Gafford. You have all these guys who, Gafford's an older guy. Lively's a rookie. That's like when you think about longevity-wise for your franchise, you're really looking at Lively, man. I mean, who else are you really looking at to kind of carry the reins of your franchise after the next 3-5 years? Who do we get next? And because you're in playoff contention, you're not going to get great picks unless you're hoping for a non-lottery pick or second rounder to explode like Jokic or SGA or whoever. But right. that's an anomaly. So I think for right now, you got to say the Dallas Mavericks. But if Anthony Davis don't stay healthy, the Lakers might be better. That's a big gamble picking up Anthony Davis, man. So it's just like for right now, I'm gonna say the Dallas Mavericks, but it's tricky. Longevity is definitely the Lakers, bro. When you got guys like Connect, you got young guys like Rui. You got young guys like Jackson Hayes, and then you got Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves. Luka, revolving that team around Luka Doncic and being able to have the opportunity to develop these young guys, for years to come and you're still in playoff contention, I think that's incredible. And I think the Lakers won the trade by far, which is another thing I want to ask y'all. Who do y'all think won the trade overall?
Judge about now. I'm a definitely say the Lakers. That AD injured, man. He disappointed me. But even before, I was gonna say Lakers because Luka younger. I also thought they had Mark Williams. I was like, okay, that's a great pickup. I don't know what happened with that, but I'm gonna go with the Lakers. Luka, Magic, and LeBron. They're gonna get it done.
Like done how? Like, what do you mean done? Like, what are they getting done exactly? Like a championship?
What's they selling?
Yeah, what's the ceiling?
Okay.
Ceiling? Yeah.
I'm gonna say third round. I'm gonna say third round is just.
Third
I
round?
think they're gonna go far.
Conference finals?
Like
or you
top
mean
2 in the
semi?
West?
You talking about second round semi? Semifinals?
Yeah. I still feel like the Thunder.
I can see it being like that. I can see it being like that. I ain't gonna lie. I think we want to trade over time. Like when it's all said and done, and look back who did more. It'll look like LA.
Yeah.
But like right now, I think Dallas want to trade. But be real.
You think so? Overall, Dallas won the trade.
I think when it's all said and done, I think the Lakers will benefit more.
Okay,
but right now, I'm liking Dallas's team more than I'm liking the Lakers team. Just we don't got Mark, and we don't got too many defenders, and our big man is Jackson Hayes. Like I don't think we can get it done. I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, how good does the Dallas Mavericks look though if Anthony Davis stays hurt? Like if he's hurt playoff time, how good do y'all look, or how good do the Mavs look?
They don't look good either, but I mean, they can perform without guys. They've been on a tear without Luka. They just beat the Celtics. They just whooped the Celtics. Hey, no Luka, no AD.
That ain't a flex. That's not a flex though. I feel like the Celtics lose to bad teams though, man. If we being real, the Celtics has this tendency when they play against good teams, we whoop the Celtics and we're terrible. We whoop the Celtics, but I mean, it's just like we have this. The Celtics have this tendency of losing to bad teams, bro. I think they underestimate them or something, or they don't go 100% because they don't want to get injured. I don't know what it is, but that's not a big flex. OKC's a flex. The Cavs is a flex. The Knicks is low key a flex.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think Celtics. I don't think Celtics.
Hockey a flex.
They beat y'all, man, with no Kyrie and Luka. You know what I'm saying? It's just like.
Yeah.
But that is a good point because I feel like Mavs actually have some pretty solid role players that can get the job done on occasion, but I don't think they survive a playoff series. I mean, right?
Nah, it got to be a full roster. I got to be a full roster, but I think it's gonna be a full roster this year, though. I see AD being healthy this year.
You say that? Are you really confident to say that though? After my man just went down in his debut game?
Absolutely. He played for us last year. I think he played 70+ games. He was on it. He's been, somewhat healthy this year. I seen it coming. I think he's gonna be healthy.
He getting older though, Brandon. Like the older he gets, the more prone to injury he's gonna get. Susceptible to getting injured. It's just his age, man.
What's the selling for the Mavs if they healthy?
Selling for the Mavs if they healthy. Conference finals. Could be NBA finals. I'm gonna play it safe and say conference finals because I think the Thunder. I just don't see anybody beating the Thunder for real. Like they be blowing guys out without Chet and Isaiah. Like they on a whole nother level. But I mean, I like them versus OKC though. I like them healthy, versus anybody.
I do too. I just don't know. I think too. Another thing that you're doing that y'all don't really understand. I don't think how it's gonna be a big missing Luka. Especially, we're talking about in the playoff series, bro. Like, that's a big impact. Like, you're losing a lot there. Like, for example, who is the primary facilitator?
Who is it?
Kyrie Irving.
I think everybody gets their own buckets now. Then we can't
play like that. We can't play like that with Lively on the court. Gafford who in court, who are only successful when we send good passes to them. We have Dante Exum on the court, who cannot create for himself, really. Quentin Grimes, who's not a good shot creator as well. I think we have too many role players who require getting good touches to score. We don't have the guys that can create their own shots. The only two people that's creating their own shots is Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving. So how does the rest of the team score if we don't have a primary facilitator? So the way I see it is now Kyrie Irving has to take on the mantle of being a primary facilitator, but the problem is with that, now his scoring production, it decreases because now he's expected to be this primary ball handler facilitator, right? So now his scoring production decreases, meaning that AD is expected to score more. The only problem with that is, can AD be the first scoring option? Absolutely. But we saw today, him being the first scoring option, when you increase his workload, that boy crashes, man. He gets more prone to injury. So I think if you rely on AD too much on a scoring aspect and then as well as a defensive aspect, having Gafford helps. Mm-hmm. But I think he's more susceptible to injury, man. And I think in a playoff series where you're relying on AD to be this primary scorer and a primary defensive anchor, I think you're setting him up to get hurt. And I don't think he survives in 4 rounds, bro. I don't think he survives in 2 rounds. Just being honest with you. We need that facilitator.
I hope he stay healthy, though.
We need that facilitator because we got to get other guys involved. Now we're relying on AD to get double, man. That's the only way these other guys going to eat. So if AD goes down, it looks bad, bro. It looks bad. It looks bad if AD goes down.
Because Kyrie, they might put that boy in the jail. So.
Kyrie, Washington, Lively, and Gafford. But most of those guys need touches to score. They need to be put in a good situation to score. Someone needs to play make for them. They can't create their own shots. That's where they excel.
Yeah, probably Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's an
ISO guy too, but I think everybody gets their own buckets.
I love Spencer. He's not a reliable scoring threat, man, especially talking about the playoffs. He's not.
Yeah, nah.
Because then why didn't he turn it around for y'all? Didn't y'all need scores?
We won't giving them no burn, no, like how we should have.
Y'all won't giving him touches for real. How is it gonna be any better here, bro?
I forgot y'all did have them.
I think they had Dinwiddie twice.
We won't give it the right guys burn. No, I like that 22 he had against Boston. No, he impressed me. I like him. I like those guys, man. They get their own buckets. If Kyrie's isoing, Dinwiddie's isoing, Clay's running floppies over here, you worry about this Kyrie dribble, but Clay's over there running around the floppies. We can call up Lively and Gafford for some screener rolls sometimes. I just think they can make it work. I believe they can make it work.
But okay, Clay's not that consistent of a shooter he used to be for me to run off a floppy and hedge and bring a strong hedge to Clay to give up a roll to Gafford and Lively. I don't think that's the case. I think to a degree, they live with Clay shooting that a little bit. They bring a soft hedge, but put themselves in an opportunity where they can still bring help to the roll. I'm just saying, man, if AD goes down, bro, it's scary. Now you need guys like Clay to go off for you. You need guys like Dinwiddie to go off for you. Dante Exum and Quentin Grimes, bro. And it's just that's scary, man. That's scary, bro.
About that trade is ridiculous.
That's scary.
Now if AD go down, that trade was pointless.
He go down, bro. I don't know. I think overall, bro, I think the Lakers benefit. I think the Lakers could be the better team this season, for real. If Anthony Davis go down, you still got really good pieces, bro. You got LeBron, Austin Reeves, and Luka Doncic, man. I think you can make something shake with that. I think if they get a big, Mark Williams would have been a great pickup. They get a competent big, bro. I don't know what could happen. I'm trying to tell you. I told y'all before, bro. Y'all need to be looking at the DeAndre Ayton, man. Y'all might be able to do something with him.
Tell her he was on the
Portland ready to give him up. Like Portland was ready to give him up, man. Y'all should have looked at DeAndre Ayton.
Now we should have got Ayton and Rob out of there, man. I was looking at him. Rob wasn't looking at him, but I was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mark, man, but I wanted
Mark was a good pickup, though. Mark was actually a good pickup.
And he had 757.
That was a sleeper.
Dorian Finney-Smith is 757.
Dorian Finney-Smith, P-Town.
Yeah.
I just found that out the other day. I didn't even know. P-Town, bro. P-Town. But yeah, fellas, I do want to take a little break right here. I want to talk about, because we got to talk about something that just happened recently, y'all, because we a week late with Luka. The All-Star Draft. Tell me how y'all feel about that, man. Before we get into anything else, how do we feel about the All-Star Draft, y'all? This new format, the starters who got picked up. Like, I mean, just give me y'all unfiltered thoughts, man. Talk to me.
So, far as the draft,
Yeah.
I'm dragging it. Because I think you can't go back to the East versus West. I'm hearing a lot of people want that, but like the West is just too stacked to even like that's gonna be a blow every time. It's not even gonna be entertaining to watch. Far as the teams, Team Shaq, he got LeBron, Steph, AD, JT, KD, Dame, James Harden, and Jaylen Brown.
No, they definitely gonna win.
But they are
beatable though. They are beatable.
Team Chuck is better.
Team Chuck is better. Team Chuck is cold. And I think he got all the foreigns up there.
The only problem is he only got 2 guards. He only has 2 guards. That's the only problem, which is crazy, Chuck, by the way. I think he has 2 guards. Donovan Mitchell and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Who else? Shai and Donovan Mitchell.
That's all you need.
Kenny team's a sleeper.
Yeah, I feel like Kenny team.
I'm feeling Kenny team just because. No, it's a sleeper just because he made the point. Because when he first won, hey, shout out Kenny. He picked my guy Anthony Edwards first. I knew he picked Anthony Edwards. He was on the song, and now my guy's gonna start because of that. Because Anthony, I'm gonna say it loud for chat. Anthony Edwards should have been an All-Star starter this season. I love Curry.
Fact.
I love Curry.
I'm about to say over who though?
I love Curry. Nah, not over Shai. Not over Shai. Even though Shai got to check back in just to get his 50, but that's okay. We'll get into that too another time.
Man.
I love Curry, but not Shai. Anthony Edwards should have started. Anthony Edwards should have started. So I'm glad that he will be starting for Team Kenny. Team Kenny made a great point. Let me just read y'all Team Kenny, y'all, just in case for anybody in chat, because I don't even remember it off the top of my dome. Team Kenny has. Now, I'm going to say Anthony Edwards' name first because he got picked first. Anthony Edwards, Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham, Darius Garland, Tyler Hero, Jaren Jackson, Evan Mobley, Jalen Williams. He has a lot of guards there. And his forwards, I don't know how I feel about that. Look like J-Dub's going to have to be a forward. Jaren Jackson Jr., Evan Mobley. You know what I'm saying? But I like that because the point he made, because on paper, it doesn't look too good, but the point he made was that these guys are dogs and they want to make a statement. That resonated with me. They want to make a statement and they dogs. They want to prove something. Jaren Jackson Jr., he want to prove something. Anthony Edwards, because first of all, and I want to do an episode about this, y'all, when they talked about Anthony Edwards regress, Chuck said that. When my man is averaging 27 points.
Yeah, he was wilding on Ant.
Regress was ridiculous, and he's averaging he's shooting 42% from the 3. I mean, and with the most threes made in the season, I don't think he's regressed. He's just not winning. That to say he's individually regressed is crazy. I think those guys are dogs, y'all. I think they're gonna play. Do I think they're gonna win? Nah, but I think you can't scoff at them boys, man. They're gonna come to play. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So who do we feel is the better team? Who do we feel like has the best team, fellas?
Let me go and take this one, Shaun.
Okay.
Team Shaq for sure, but Team Shaq don't play no D. Team Shaq don't play no D. I feel like Team Shaq may not take it serious. You know what I'm saying? And Team Chuck may do something. I ain't gonna lie. I think the Rising Stars, there's 4 teams. The 4th team is the Rising Stars. Whoever wins Rising Stars. I think the Rising Stars may beat Team Kenny. Facts. Rising Stars may beat Team Kenny. I want to see that happen. Upset is definitely gonna happen.
What's the Rising Stars team roster?
Hold on. I think like the old school Warriors picked them teams. I'm not even sure. But they have their own draft too. So whoever wins out of there will come to the All.
I got you.
They do got the all draft.
To say they're gonna beat All Stars is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That's crazy. They're not beating.
I want to see it happen.
Bold face line.
Because Team Kenny got so many young guys, bro. Like that's just not happening. If anything, I would say they beating Team Shaq just because it's like he got a lot of older guys. Yeah. I think I think they could beat Team Shaq. Yeah, I think they're gonna outrun them on the floor. I really do. Like basketball is not just who's on paper, who's gonna play harder. You know, it's a skill set, but who's gonna play harder? I think them young guys are gonna give those old guys a run for their money. Absolutely.
I don't know. We got some. They got some. Come on, we talking about the vets here. You feel me? Like, I don't know.
You don't know.
That's good.
Give me a guess, man. Talk to me.
Like
Give me
Giannis
somebody.
and Shea on the same team? Oh my goodness.
Giannis and shit.
He should have drafted Ant.
Team Chuck looking
A
crazy.
Shea and Ant backcourt would have been crazy, bro. That would have been crazy.
Oh yeah, that would have done numbers for sure. For sure. Oh man. But I'm glad they're competing. I like
the best two guards in the
The
world.
best point guard in the league and the best shooting guard in the league, bro. That would have been nice. That would have been nice, bro.
I got Team Shaq, but they playing belt.
I got Team Shaq, but I'm not surprised if Team Chuck takes it home.
I got Team Chuck. I got Team Shaq as a close second. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I think anyone can win. But I got Team Chuck just because, bro, he got some powerhouses. He got a lot of two-way threats too. It just we don't have a lot of guard play, which I really don't like. But he can compensate that with the facilitators like Giannis and Jokic. I mean, we can get the team going. It's just we don't got a lot of guards, man. I got Team Chuck though. I got Team Chuck. But speaking of the All-Star fellas, how do we feel about the All-Star selections, man? Talk to me. Who do y'all feel like shouldn't have been there? And who do y'all feel like should have been a starter and who shouldn't have been a starter? East and West. Start with everyone you feel
definitely
like.
should be there.
Huh?
Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero should not be there.
Tyler Hero
I
gotta
was
go.
like the elephant out the room. Tyler Hero, bro. For real.
But you know that the coaches pick the reserves. So it's just like he's doing something. I don't know what he's doing. He's doing something. I don't know if he going to the coach dinners or something, or talking to their family. Or coaching his kids. I don't know what he's doing. But these coaches love him, man. They love him.
It's
I
crazy.
don't know what they love about him.
I'm gonna do a roll call right quick. If your name on this list, man, you can't hang, man. Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, Tyler Hero, Pascal Siakam.
Oh my! Boy, I saw that, boy. I thought we was talking about the Raptors days. Pascal Siakam, man.
What? And Alperen Sengun is questionable.
Nah, no, it's
All
not.
those guys-
Deserved.
But who?
All those guys.
Alperen Sengun, the best player on a top 3
yeah.
Western Conference team who shouldn't even be there, and they're the, if not the youngest team in the NBA. That's deserved.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of talent on that team too. That's deserved.
Yeah.
Everybody else got to go. And then Trey got snubbed. 22 and 10 is not an all-star anymore.
Bro, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. So, okay. All right, so we talking about the East, right? Like, Trae Young not being an all-star is crazy. I don't like the stint that if you're losing, you can't be an all-star. I don't like that.
hate that.
Like, LaMelo Ball should be an all-star.
Yeah.
I really don't like that. So you're telling me
Tyler Hero.
guys like Tyler Hero, he's not even being that successful. And if we're being real, a lot of his production has went up because Jimmy has not been playing. And I don't want to hold that against him, but I can't just not look at that. I can't just acknowledge that. You know what I'm saying? Tyler Hero should not be an all-star. I don't like how there's this narrative now, right? That if you're winning, you're the best player on your, like, if you're winning, you should be an all-star, right?
I hate that.
I hate that because, like, you look at, like, you made a good point. 3 guys from the same team are all-stars. Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, and Evan Mobley, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like Evan Mobley being there, and Darius Garland has been playing good, y'all. He has. I'm not going to act like he's not. I'm not saying he's not playing all-star-like, but to put Darius Garland over Trae Young,
Crazy.
to put Darius Garland over LaMelo Ball, I really don't know what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing. And Pascal Siakam, bro. Tyler Young,
Oh my
Pascal
goodness.
Siakam, bro.
I don't even know how. Like, is the Pacers even doing good? Like, what's
The Pacers, I think they've mid-season they've been playing a lot better than they did in the beginning of the season, but not to the point.
And then
where it's like-
Tyler Hero, but Tyler Hero, I think the Heat are like playing. Like
That's what
almost
I'm
a 7-8.
saying.
I'm just like, that's crazy.
But that's what I'm
He's
saying. It's a
7.
coach decision. The reserves are a coach decision. So it's like you got coaches out there saying, "Hey, man, like this is long overdue." No, no.
Stop.
Trae Young has yet to be an All-Star. Let him be an All-Star. I don't know why he's not.
Yeah.
LaMelo, he's averaging 28. Why can't I be an All-Star? I'm losing. Why does that matter?
It doesn't.
I'm be real with you. J-Dub should be an all-star. I will say that. I believe he deserve it. But if there's a guy, like, for example, if J-Dub was on the East, he shouldn't be an all-star. There's guys putting up crazy numbers that, you shouldn't be an all-star. So I don't like that whole narrative, like, if you're winning and you're the second best option or the third best option on the first seed or second seed team, you should be an all-star. I don't like that narrative, bro. I don't like that narrative that we're going into now. That's not fair to the guys who are individually playing great, but their team's struggling.
Right.
It's not fair. Ain't fair.
Like, you can't punish me that I got custodial workers on my team. Like, I'm still playing great.
Right. Exactly. Like Jordan Poole, man, he said he should have been all-star.
Jordan Poole,
I don't know, but I don't know.
Every now and then I see a couple 40 balls in my
Nah.
They just dropped a 40 ball not too long ago.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie.
45. Cleveland gave Cleveland 45.
But bro, like,
he's getting up there.
The guards in the East too crazy for Jordan Poole to be selected as an all-star, bro. They too crazy.
Well, yeah, this is not his year. This
not his year, bro. Guards playing too much.
How you feel though? If he feel like he's an all-star, I mean, if I put up those same numbers, I feel like I'm an all-star too.
Yeah. Can you be the worst team in the NBA though and say that? Now I know winning don't matter, but the worst team in the league.
Yeah. But I mean, who's on his team though? Like
Kuzma, Billaby, Crispert. They got rid of JV.
They got rid of Kuzma too.
Yeah, they just recently got rid of Kuzma.
No, they got some type of number one pick. Did they get a pick? No, Atlanta got number one.
Nah, Atlanta got the Zachary, whatever his name, French guy.
Oh, they got Sar. They got Sar. I don't know what he does though.
Oh yeah, they got Alex Sar. Sar's not been playing great at all. I think he was the second pick. Yeah, you got a top 3 pick. I mean, they're not capitalizing it. I don't know. That's the same. The worst team in the NBA. And they don't even have the worst roster. I think Utah still has the worst roster. But, I mean, I don't know. Why are we the worst team in the NBA in the East of all places? But, I don't know.
Wait, you think Utah Jazz is worse than the Wizards? Like,
no, they're better than the Wizards. I'm saying they got. I'm saying that Washington has a better roster on paper. They have better, they have better players, I feel like, than Utah.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Laurie.
Other than Laurie, who are we really talking about? Keontae George? No respect,
Kessler,
Keontae.
Colin Sexton.
Colin Sexton.
Jordan Clarkson. Ooh, Jordan Clarkson.
Jordan Clarkson
gave me all that work, boy. Nobody's in DC's doing that. Nobody.
Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson need to start boxing. Jordan Clarkson, man, he ain't here to play basketball.
He will be a good boxer. I ain't gonna lie.
Jordan, I don't know what he be on, man, but
I don't know.
Yeah, man. Who do y'all feel like? So, how do y'all feel about the starters, though, man? Do you feel like everybody should have been a starter? Like all the starters you saw, like, was that deserved? Before we grill Steph, because I know I can foresee we about to start grilling Steph.
That's like the elephant.
That's the elephant in the room. Outside of Steph right now, do you feel like anybody else didn't deserve to be a starter? And who should have taken their place?
I gotta see this lineup right quick, y'all.
Yeah, look at the lineup, man. Look at the lineup.
Steph, Shea, KD, LeBron, Jokic, and Jalen.
The West is stacked. The West is tough. West is tough. I gotta look at the East starters actually. Who was the starters for the East? Tatum,
Jalen Brunson,
Giannis, Karl Anthony Towns. I think was a starter.
KD's a starter.
Brunson was a starter. And Donovan Mitchell. Yep. And I did that without the phone, y'all. All right.
Hello.
Jalen.
Yeah.
He can have it.
Okay, he's a reserve.
Donovan, out of all of them, I'm just nitpicking. He's first. His team is first though.
Who would you start over Donovan? At the guard position.
These guards, Maxey got numbers. Melo got numbers.
Yeah, Max is another one. Maxey got snubbed, bro. Maxey got snubbed.
Yeah, Max. He's been somewhat healthy.
Oh,
I like
yeah,
Maxey.
he did get snubbed.
I like obviously Melo and Trey. Yeah, I don't know about Donovan, but I would want first in the seed though. Like first, okay, that's cool. But
Yeah, I like that.
other than that, there's only one guy up here that really shouldn't be up here.
So all right. So go ahead, address who you think shouldn't be there and who should start over him.
Now, I know y'all see Steph Curry over there. Now, I'm not even going to say who I think. I think guys like Norman Powell got better numbers for real. But that's neither here nor there. His team is better. His numbers are better. That's neither here nor there.
He does have better numbers.
I'd rather have Ant start. D Book's not an all-star at all, which is crazy.
Facts.
Forgot about him.
Facts.
That's wild. But yeah, I mean, but Curry has to start though because of Curry. I mean, well, he didn't start. It's crazy. His All-Star Game MVP, he didn't even start. He didn't start his All-Star Game MVP. But so I found no problem with him not starting this year. But I guess just having him on a cover of things bring more attraction.
Is that the ratings?
And we in his city. You feel me? Like, why not?
Y'all are what? Wait, what?
We in San Francisco. Why not?
Okay.
Why not? Why not? You feel me?
Yeah,
like, you gotta
not?
represent. Come on now. It's only right.
Nah, man. To me personally, well, who would you replace? Did we hear that part? Who would you replace with Curry as a starter?
Ant as a starter.
Yeah. Nah, yeah. Me personally, man. Obviously, Curry shouldn't be a starter. He shouldn't be. And you were right. Norman Powell currently does have better numbers than Steph Curry, and he's the Clippers' leading scorer, and that's very impressive with Kawhi out, James Harden on the floor. But a lot of times, y'all, we got to look at it's hypothetical at the end of the day, but he has a better team. Norman's not getting the attention Steph's getting. But that's not a here nor there. I ain't gonna sound like I'm coping. I'm not gonna sound like I'm coping, y'all.
Nobody triple teaming Norman.
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 we ain't tripling you, dog. Hey, you know what, Norman? You give us 25, we don't care. Okay, we're gonna watch Harden and Kawhi. Nah, no disrespect to Norman though. He been hooping. Curry shouldn't be a starter. Ant should have definitely had that spot, and I myself was upset about that because Ant should have got his spot. He should have, because then it's like you said, Brandon, it's a rating thing. It definitely is a rating thing. Because you're going to get, if you put on YouTube, man, NBA post a little caption or just a little post, and you see Shea and Steph Curry, you'll get 10,000 likes. But if you put Shea and Ant, you might get 7,500 likes. You know what I'm saying? It looks better. So it's a rating thing. All right, back to what we were saying. So yeah, man, me personally, it's a rating thing at the end of the day. So Curry's name looks a whole lot better starting. But I don't like that just because you're basically saying to the other guy, your numbers don't matter. So if you're averaging 27 points, which is your career high, your season high in points that you've ever averaged, you're averaging 40, you're shooting about 42% from the 3-point land, making the most threes in the league for the season. I think what you're basically telling guys like that is like, hey, you hooping it all, but because what you've noticed is Ant's name is not really being pushed out there. I know when Shea drops 50, it's a big thing. Ant had 50 earlier this season, 53. He just dropped 49 not too long ago. He just had a 41 point per game. I looked it up, and for the past month, Ant's been averaging about 30 points. And it's just like they're not pushing his name out there because there's this whole face of the league thing. It's like, okay, we're going to focus on Shea right now. We're going to focus on Wemby. Like, we're focusing on guys right there. Like, Ant, like, you're yesterday's news. And that's kind of corny when a guy's hooping, right? I don't think that should affect his where he stands in the All-Star voting because LaMelo was at the top of the voting list, and guess what happened? He didn't even make the All-Star team. So, clearly, votes don't really matter that much. Ratings does. And if the NBA was smart, LaMelo would have been on the team, and Jello would have been music production for the All-Star weekend. But NBA just gonna keep scratching their head, wondering why the ratings are down. But that's cool. So I would say Ant over Curry. Be real with you, man. And KD's been hooping. Out of the three, Steph Curry, LeBron James, and Kevin Durant, I think Kevin Durant has had the best season so far. If you ask me, you could debate it with LeBron, but I would lean towards more Kevin Durant. But I don't think Kevin Durant should be starting over Anthony Davis. I think Anthony Davis should have started. I do. I think Anthony Davis should have started, especially at the beginning of the season. He was playing incredible. He slowed down a little bit, but like Brandon said, he's been averaging 26 and 10, 26 and 12, I believe. I mean, he's still, to me, the Lakers' best player before he was traded. So I think it's kind of unfair to not have him start. So I would say Kevin Durant shouldn't have been a starter. On the East, I think everybody fine. I like Donovan starting. I like Brunson starting. I would prefer Cade Cunningham starting, but I think the Knicks are playing better. Brunson's playing really good. I don't mind Brunson starting, but I would like to see Cade start because I think he's the most complete guard out of that whole lineup. But it's not based on that. That's okay. Tatum starting. I love Giannis and Cat. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I don't got no complaints when it comes to the East. No complaints. No complaints. No complaints. No complaints. But
They did their thing with that.
Yeah, y'all. Just to get back to the Luka stuff, though, man. And this is a little hot topic, but we're gonna get into it. Now we've been talking a lot. Been talking a lot about ratings, fellas, and as we talked about how unusual, not even unusual, never seen before trade, like a 25-year-old Luka Doncic, franchise player, by the way, who was number 3 in MVP voting last year, and you trade him away for an injury-prone, still a great player, 31-year-old Anthony Davis. Do you believe that this trade was authentic, or do you think it was used as a ploy to get more ratings by Adam Silver himself? What do y'all think? We're going to be conspiracy theorists today.
Ploy.
We call him ploy?
Ploy.
We call him BS, chat. That was some BS.
Like, come on now. Like, what universe that happens? Come on, man. Luka and AD.
Boy, is crazy. Yes, bro. It actually happened, bro. It actually happened.
But is it authentic?
Yes, it's authentic. I don't even like conspiracy theories, especially when it comes to the league, bro. Like I said, I really took into account and watched the Nico Morrison, Marcusson, whatever. I watched the press conference. And the way he said it, the way he talked about the trade, it's almost like he pulled off a GTA mission or something. Like, oh yeah, we didn't know it was just me and Rob, and it was just more like a let's hurry up and get this done before before they find out. It was one of them type of things. You know what I'm saying? Jay Kidd ain't know. Brian ain't know. AD ain't know. So, they may have knew that night of, but I mean, like no one knew. No one saw this coming at all.
Right, but that's what makes me think it's a ploy. Why did nobody know? When De'Aaron Fox? Here's my thing. Why when De'Aaron Fox wants out, or they're trying to push him out, we hear rumors. Jimmy Butler wants to go. We hear rumors. Usually with trades, we hear rumors. Why does no one knows? Why did no one know that the Dallas Mavericks was covering up? They were secretly trying to get rid of Luka.
They know what they was doing.
No, I think those guys wanted out. Jimmy wanted out. De'Aaron's from Texas. He wanted to be in San Antonio.
That's true. I
think Luka was happy.
Luka was
lost $100 million even being in LA. And AD was on a tear. We were 5th. Everything was good. It were 2 happy homes. It wasn't really need for much of a divorce. But I think this is really Nico Morrison. I think he had the power. Marcusson, whatever.
Harrison.
Nah, but I've seen a report that Luka,
and he felt like he wanted to use his power that day in the trade deadline. And he made sure that him and Rob kept it tight. And it happened.
So let me ask you a question. If you're the Dallas Mavericks general manager, are you trading away your best franchise player for Anthony Davis? Would you make that trade? Would you make that trade?
Injury.
Because you got to think about the future too. I mean, like, come on, you're a general manager for the team. We're not thinking about win now. Because we could have won now with Luka because we just made it to the finals last year. So it's not like we can't win now. So are you making that trade as the general manager, looking out for the best interest for the team?
If I'm a general manager, on paper, I do not trade Luka. No, but Nico has insight that we don't. He, I believe Luka was pushing 270 at the time. They, it's a rumor that he had an 11-game wrist injury. It wasn't a real wrist injury.
Covering up his weight program.
Yeah, right. Yep. If all these things are true, I mean, and it's a couple late games where Luka took some dumb shots and cost him a game, for being, not as passive as he should. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe Nico just feels some type of way. I don't know.
No, we're not. I'm sorry. We're not defending Nico.
Lloyd.
So here's my thing. Okay, Why is the Luka Doncic weight situation a problem now? I don't like that. He's been out of shape. He's been out of shape his entire career. Jokic is not in great shape. He's the best player in the world. And that pains me to say it, but after a while, when a guy gives you 30, 12, and 10, he's the best player in the world. He is. Best player in the world. Luka Doncic has never been in shape. Let's not even acting like he's never been athletic. That's never been a part of his game. That's never deterred him from playing the best game of his ability. So why is it a problem now that he's out of shape? If he's gaining some weight, let the dude gain some weight. If he's giving you 30, 37, and 9, why is that a problem now? Why is that a problem?
You're gonna see another Zion Williamson.
Finals. It was like a lot of defensive laps. I think J. Kidd went off of him in the film. I think he had like 9 missed assignments. He won't rebound, he won't crash. And I mean, Luka's not a flawless player.
No one is.
I think Nico really overlooked the flaws. I think he really like dove too deep into the flaws and just
he overestimated, like he really he overestimated the severity of the flaws and how that would affect the game. First of all, everything you're naming, right? And I'm not saying you would agree with this trade, but everything you're naming, right? How is that associated with his weight? These defensive lapses, these poor judgment calls in late game situations, which is a rarity for Luka, and it's applicable to every NBA star, okay? Because they're human beings, they make mistakes. How is his weight associated with these defensive lapses and his flaws in his game? There's no flaw in his game besides athleticism that's associated with his increase in weight. And athleticism clearly never, again, as I mentioned, deterred him from playing his best game. It's never been a part of his game. To me, it has to be a ploy. It had to be fabricated. I call bull crap. I call bull crap because there's no way you trade this man was compared to a young LeBron. We have never seen a guy play like this at an age like this. He's 25 years old, and he's been the best player in the league. He's been a top 3, top 5 best player for the past 4 years. Since he was 21, 22 years old, he was the best. He's one of the best players in the league. And you're telling me we're trading him away because he's gaining a couple more pounds. He's 25 years old, and he's a top 3 player. Some would argue a couple years the best player in the league. And we're trading him away for an incredible basketball player, Anthony Davis, yes, but an injury-prone basketball player. When you have all these years to work on his weight, you have all these years to develop his defense, you have all these years in his program to work with him, and he's clearly happy here. So after a while, if you say, hey, Luka, you got to get the weight right, eventually he's going to... They could have tried anything else. If they was that upset about his weight, they could have sat him for games. They could have sat him for a couple more games, decreased his minutes. They could have done anything. But you trade away a player, a 25-year-old franchise player who looked like might be the best Dallas Maverick to ever live?
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with that. That shows me 2 things. Either Adam Silver hopped on the call because he knows, first of all, it's no secret that the ratings been down. No one's really watching the NBA like that. Let's be honest, fellas. There's no secrets that the ratings down. So either Adam Silver hopped on the call and handled that because he needs some controversy. And I believe that just because even when someone, you made a good point, none of the players wanted out. But usually you're going to hear some rumors that they want to get rid of someone. You're going to hear at least one rumor. And there was not a single rumor. I do believe Rob Pelinka and Nico Harrison's been talking about it for months. But I do think that might have been influenced. I do think that's influenced. So either Adam Silver fabricated all of this as an attempt, as a tactic to increase ratings. Because you got people who don't watch the NBA heard of the trade. My mama came to me and was like, did you hear about the trade? My mama.
Yeah.
My mama. Ridiculous. And she don't watch basketball. Okay. Or
that thing was on Facebook.
Or Nico Harrison might be the most incompetent general manager for an NBA team we've ever seen. So if Nico Harrison does not get fired by the end of the season, I'm blaming Adam Silver. If that man does not get fired, I'm looking at Adam. I'm looking at Adam. I am. I absolutely am. Absolutely, positively.
Inside job for sure.
That's an inside job. Adam need them ratings up, man. Look, y'all saw what he was trying to do, even with we might be decreasing the 12 minutes to 10 minutes. He's trying everything he can.
That was crazy.
He's trying everything he can. You really don't think that he would orchestrate a trade like this? But this tells me, man, I think anybody could be traded now. I know Shay said on I saw a clip, man. Shay was like, he ain't worried about no trade, man. Shay, I don't know, dog. Hey, look, Nuggets general manager hit your general manager up about trade for Jokic. Oklahoma might make that trade, bro. They might make that trade, big bro. Yeah, man. I know you got all that aura, man, but that aura can't save you from that trade, baby.
Right.
You're gonna find out who the best player in the world is, man.
Right.
Shoot, you're gonna find out very early, very soon.
It's working though. It's gonna make me want to watch more games.
This has to be the craziest trade deadline, bro. We definitely gonna get into that later on. How crazy this trade deadline is, man. This has to be the craziest trade deadline, bro, in NBA history. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't remember.
Has to be. But 2021 was crazy. I was sitting in class 2021, and this nigga Harden gets traded for Ben Simmons out of nowhere, bro. 2021 was wow. It was like 20 trades in like one day. I don't know what it was, but it was fun. Yeah, I think that and this one for sure. KD didn't get traded. I think KD signed to the Warriors.
Yeah, so, free agency.
Yeah, that was a free
crazy
agency
trade.
I'm saying crazy trades even crazy in the free agency now, bro.
Yeah.
Like real talk, even Fox for me, man. I feel like if you would hear that, you would assume, bro, free agency, and he just signed with the Spurs. Zach LaVine, Jimmy Butler, and somehow Bradley Beal is still on the Suns. Like that's surprising to me. I know, no diss to Brad, man. It's just like that's super surprising to me. I'm not gonna lie.
You know he got a clause, right?
He got no trade clause. No trade clause. My bad.
I forgot. That's why. But I think he wanted to get out though.
No, he didn't want to get out. He said he was just like, I haven't heard anything about any trades, but if they want to trade me, they're gonna let me know. They have to.
Yep. Yeah,
it was something like that.
I think I seen a report saying that only the Wizards and Hawks want him. So I was like, I know he ain't going back. That would have been crazy, him going back to Washington. So
he would have went to Milwaukee if they wanted him.
Yeah,
he went to Milwaukee. That's another thing though, bro. I think we're gonna see it. Do y'all feel like we're gonna see a lot more trade clauses now because of how I guess like easy it is to trade a star player? Do you think we see more trade clauses now?
Shout out to Bradley Beal.
Yeah, kind of like, hey, I ain't signing here unless I got the no trade clause. Because before you felt like you wouldn't need one. Luka Doncic wouldn't feel like he need a trade clause. I'm 25 years old. I'm playing the best basketball in my life. No way my team gets rid of me, but they did. So do you feel like there's going to be a lot more, I guess, just like availability, like room for trade clauses now?
Absolutely, because the way they're doing it is crazy. I mean, then you ain't even let homie know. He just bought a 15.3. Not pocket watching. Not pocket watching.
I'm pocket watching.
I'm pocket watching.
I'm pocket watching. I'm all up in your pocket.
I'm counting all the pockets.
Yo, $15.3 million in Dallas, and I can't even sell it. I got a house.
Yeah, you can't sell it.
He already is. He already bought it, homie. I mean, he can, but I mean, who really got $15 million? You know what I'm saying? I mean, he got connections, but I mean, selling down $15 million in Dallas, and I'm getting traded out of nowhere. Like, it's gonna be mad trade clauses. I feel like it should, because it's just like we gotta have this loyalty to the organization, loyalty to the team, but you'll ship us out to whoever, whenever, however, and won't even let us know. Like, that's crazy. I feel like that's happening. That's regular job. Like that ain't how you do nobody with a job, man.
No, that's not. That's not, bro. That's not. It's just for him to go. You still got the Brad Bills. I mean, no trade clause or not. You got Zion Williamson. They got rid of BI, man, before they got rid of Zion. That was crazy. I would have invested more in BI, man, before Zion.
Yeah. I wanted y'all to get Zion. I think that'd be better than Jimmy. If y'all get his weight down.
We get his weight down, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's younger. I would rather have Zion than Jimmy, but it's like that weight is a concern, and you're not playing for real. Like right now, to me, the Warriors, because I'm gonna be real with you, man. Clip this up on TikTok. That Jimmy Butler trade is a bad trade. It's a bad trade. It's a bad trade. It's a bad trade just because I like that we only had to give up Wiggs. I do. But I feel like a lot of times with the Warriors, usually it's kind of like we got to win now. And we'll get rid of younger pieces. So I'm kind of glad we didn't get rid of younger pieces now. But after all this time, we only can get Jimmy.
I think we're going to get one more. Well,
no, trading 3 players for Jimmy is crazy. Y'all weren't going to use Kyle Anderson no ways, but Dennis Schroeder hits a lot of clutch shots.
Dennis Schroeder.
Losing Dennis Schroeder, I don't like that.
Who else, though? Yeah. Who else?
Yeah.
Who else? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I like how we was able this time. I'm proud of the Warriors. We retained our younger unit. We kept Moody. We kept Podolski. We kept Kuminga. We kept Tracy Jackson Davis. We kept all of our young guys. And we was able to keep GP too. I love that. Anderson, for sure. No disrespect.
Slow-mo.
Yep, slow-mo. Slow up out of here. You know what I'm saying? You can go up out of here.
Slow.
Wiggs. I don't know how I feel about Wiggs, man.
Yeah, that hurt.
I think he was playing good. He was giving y'all 18.
Inconsistent.
Inconsistent.
You giving me 30 one day and you're giving me 8 points the next. It's not as a second option. It's too inconsistent. I like him as a third option though. If we was able to keep Jimmy, we was able to keep Wiggs and have Jimmy, I would have liked that. I would have liked that.
Y'all got Kuminga though.
Underdeveloped.
Y'all lineup can't shoot worth a lick outside of Steph. If you starting Jimmy and Kuminga and giving,
we got some shooters.
We got some shooters. We got some shooters. Post. We got
Lindy. We got Moody. Them boys can shoot.
Lindy out of there.
We got Buddy Hill. We got a couple shooters, bro.
But y'all are only gonna be able to play one. Y'all only gonna have 2 shooters on the floor. You got to start Jimmy at the 3. Steve Kerr, I don't like it, but Steve Kerr is always gonna start Dre over Kuminga. Don't know why, but he's gonna have that. And then your 5 gonna be either Looney or Jackson Davis. I don't think the double teams even stop for Steph. To be real with you, however,
go ahead. I'm gonna disagree. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna say it's a bad trade because there's only one guy who's been to the finals twice in this era. 2020s beyond. That's Jimmy Butler. There's only one guy who's led a team to the finals 2 times in the 2020s. That is Jimmy Butler. I think we're kind of forgetting the things that he's done in the playoff runs that he's had. And if he has one more playoff run, if he has one more playoff Jimmy in him, I think
he's in trouble.
Yeah, that's facts. You did forget a guy, 2020s. You ain't gonna like it, but Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum. Okay. But he did not lead to the degree that Jimmy led. 100%. So I don't think the double team stop. And I don't think the double team stop. I think they don't stop, but I think they get better. It's less double teams. And the reason I think there's less double teams is because Jimmy is I don't think Jimmy's a prolific scorer. But at the same time, it's too early to decide or to determine that just because Jimmy wasn't happy in Miami.
Right.
And I feel like, so you can't really use his numbers and say, this is who Jimmy is now. A lot of time, man, if your heart's not in it, that will affect your play.
Yeah.
It will. So Jimmy might still be that prolific scorer, but at face value, going off face value now, from what I can see now at this moment, he's not a prolific scorer. Better than he scored on our team side, Steph, of course. So we'll take it.
Right.
But sometimes you don't need a prolific scorer to kind of decrease those double teams. And the reason I say that, a lot of times hearing that big name, if you can hear that big name, I think that takes less attention off Steph. So Jimmy Butler is a big name. So when it's kind of like who the Warriors got, you could say Steph and Andrew Wiggins. And Andrew Wiggins might be a better scorer than Jimmy. I don't think so, obviously. But they're still going to focus their attention on Steph. He's Andrew Wiggins. We don't got no defensive scheme on him. He's Andrew Wiggins, right? But Jimmy... Oh, they got Steph and Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler. We got to put some attention on him. We got to put some attention on him. That's Jimmy Butler. That's the man who led his team to the finals for 2 years. We're playing against G Leaguers and 10-day contract guys. Even though he's not that same guy, that is still Jimmy Butler. That's why Steph still gets double teamed now. This ain't 2021, 2022 Steph. But he's still Steph Curry.
Right.
You still got to guard him. You still got to respect him. And I think the same way that is applicable to Jimmy. And because of that, I think that big name of Jimmy Butler, it diverts that attention away from Steph a little to a decent amount. To at least I would say a moderate amount. A moderate amount. That should help Steph scoring production from maybe 21 to, I would say, 24. And Jimmy's might, I hope Jimmy can give me a efficient 19. And then Kuminga hopefully can blossom into this established, defined third option who can give me 16 to 17 and can shoot 35% from the three. If we can do that, I think we have a chance, man. I think we're definitely in playoff contention. And I would say semifinals. And if we get lucky, because we have some veteran leadership, as you mentioned, we have some veteran leadership. We have a lot of guys who know how to win, like Draymond, Steph, and Jimmy. Because Jimmy is a winner. Going to the finals, you're a winner. I don't care if you didn't win the finals. You're a winner. Have those guys.
Especially with the team he had. Yep.
Don't
That's
count
what
us
the
out.
team he had. They got to look at the
Don't count
teams
us
that
out.
they've had. And these are guys who've dominated in this era. Not too many guys have dominated in this era. But these Steph won, and Steph didn't win with the greatest team. Jimmy won. We went to the finals, but that wasn't with the greatest team. So both these heavy low
Bucks
and the Celtics.
I don't know how he did that.
And the
Celtics. He beat the
Celtics.
Celtics.
He killed them Bucks.
Single-handedly.
Man. Killed them Bucks.
Now these guys, I mean, they're known for having great playoff runs
Can't
where
count them out.
just teams can't guard them, teams can't find a way. So I think they got one more in them. I think they're underestimated. I think, and Wiggins can't give you that. You will never see a 45 from Wiggins in a playoff game, let alone a 40-point triple double. But you might see it from Jimmy this year.
Against because he did it against them Bucks, man, which is the best defensive team in the league, I think, at that point. I mean, against Drew, Giannis, it didn't matter who was guarding Jimmy. Chris Middleton.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's that same Jimmy, but I don't think he's that far off, man. I think this might be a 2022 year. I don't think you can count him out.
Tonight he had 25, 7 for 12.
7 for 12. Efficiency.
He played in Golden State tonight?
Yeah, he played. We played the Bulls.
Oh wow. I ain't even
Yeah, Curry had 34, Jimmy had 25, Quentin Post had 18, and Buddy had 14.
I would say everybody goes off against the Bulls, but I love to hear that. I do love to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, true. Yeah.
Everybody.
That's a
And
start.
he plays defense too. When he plays defense, I think he's like 5-time first team all defense. So, I mean, and Dre.
We need that.
I mean, that and Dre. I mean, I don't know how him and Dre gonna work out. I feel like either they gonna be best friends or they gonna hate each other.
Bro,
that's how
I think people are blowing that out of proportion, but that's facts. When you have two similar personalities like that, either it's really no in between. Either we best buddies and I respect the mess out you, or I hate you. It's really one or the other.
I really hope it's the first one because you don't need that.
I think there's respect though. I think there's gonna be a mutual respect between the two. Like you're a winner, I'm the winner. I think if Jimmy wasn't a winner, and Jimmy was just some younger guy, a younger cocky guy, like I don't think a Draymond and Ant could work. I don't think that could work. But Jimmy's an older guy. He won being the best player on the team. He's a verbal leader. He holds people accountable. I think they're very similar, but I think because they're both close in age and there's a very high level of respect between the two, I don't think there's going to be conflict there. I don't think so.
Yeah. And also, I think Jimmy going to be on his best behavior, too. I think this is going to be like his last shot.
Yeah, it's going to be too much. It's too much drama around Jimmy's name now.
This isn't the first organization he blew up, y'all.
Minnesota.
Minnesota was ugly. Minnesota was really
ugly.
I don't blame for Minnesota, though. I don't even blame for the Sixers.
Yeah,
Tobias
they wanted Tobias
over.
Harris, bro. You be pissed, too. I'm just saying. You be pissed, too.
I like that squad.
But think about it. The
76ers,
Timberwolves,
right?
y'all got to understand the Timberwolves, though, right? Just because you're a guy, no one understood it at the time because he wasn't a winner yet, right? But you're looking at Minnesota. You're looking at a young Andrew Wiggins. You're looking at a young Karl Anthony Towns. You're looking at I don't think LaVine was on the team at that point, but you're looking at a lot of young guys, right? What was Minnesota really doing? So you're a guy, you're Jimmy Butler. We didn't know, but Jimmy knew he could win. He was a winner. So you're looking at all these guys and they're slacking off in practice and they lazy and they not really applying themselves despite having so much talent. And he's like, hey man, I'm too nice for this. I'm a dog. Right. I feel like I'm wasting my good years because I'm not just here to play in the NBA for a check or for stats. I want to win. So I can't play with these guys who don't take this game serious as I take it. no one understood that at the time, but then he plays for Philly, and then he makes it to the conference finals. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm just telling you, like, Jimmy, then we kind of saw, like, okay, Jimmy's kind of winning, right? And then now with the Heat, I mean, two finals. I mean, so now I think in hindsight, you could say, yeah, man, I get it, Jimmy. So I don't blame him for Minnesota. At the time, I did. But seeing like, oh, you can really win like that. And you don't have nobody for real. So all he was really asking is, he like, hey, I just need y'all to play like dogs, like the Heat did. Right. And we can go somewhere, but they was too lazy. So he like, I'm not playing with no lazy young cats.
No, that makes sense. Cause like if you at work, for instance, and like you busting your A off, and like you got lazy coworkers and you doing all this work,
Shaun,
eventually you're gonna want to leave.
You cannot take the new hires that we just got and start cooking against the guys who's been here 2, 3, 4 years. Some are employee of the months, and then when you beat the new and then you
2 years
beat them
ago
with the new hires, you proceed to cuss every single last one of them out.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Yeah, you
yes, you can.
Yeah.
If I go to another company and I work with their new hires, and we're now the new franchise. We're now the biggest corporation in the state of Miami or whatever. I can if I could do that at another location. Now, if I go somewhere else and the new hires and the new hires are serious about their job and they're providing me with excellent production, despite having lackluster resumes, and we still don't go up in that business world, okay, that's fair. But what I'm telling you is these new hires are too lazy because they want to get off at 4:30, but the schedule says 5 o'clock, and then I go to another corporation, same field, and these guys have a 9 to 5 job. Like, hey, I want to stay till 6:30 today. Job's not finished, and you don't even have to pay me overtime. And now, because of all this production and the passion and what you do, despite having a terrible resume, because these other guys, right? They had great resumes, bachelors, masters, but guess what? They don't even want to work. They don't even want to work 8 hours. Oh, their break. Oh yeah, they take a 2-hour break when nobody's looking, right? Yep. You know what I'm saying? That don't matter because I'm with these guys. They don't even take their break. They work through their break. And guess what happens? Now we're the biggest business, top 2 biggest business in America because they went to the finals. Top 2 best team in the world went to the finals.
W analogy. I like that.
Facts.
I'm just saying, man. Usually you can't say that, but if I can go somewhere else and do it, I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. In hindsight, it's like I get it because you went to a worse team and you did it. So I'm not mad at Jimmy. I can't be mad at him. I can't.
You know where you want it all along.
Anyway, y'all, we at 1 hour and 20. So this is just a great return, man, to the podcast scene, y'all. We miss y'all.
Glad to be back.
We appreciate anybody who tunes in, and y'all, please check us out on YouTube, man. We have weekly uploads. We have even short segmented videos for y'all to watch, man. So y'all, please check us out on YouTube. We got a lot of good content for y'all, but thank y'all for revisiting the channel. I know it's been a little hiatus, but that's the last hiatus you gonna see anytime soon, right? So we're about to get back to it. There's a lot of things to discuss in the NBA. And there's gonna be even more things, y'all. So thank you for tuning in. Again, make sure y'all check us out on YouTube once again and TikTok. The links are, I was about to say the links in the description. The links are in the Twitch channel and YouTube. The links to our other social media platforms like Twitch and TikTok, they are in the description down below. All right, but without further ado, fellas, y'all go ahead, sign off for chat, sign off for YouTube.
Yo, what's good, y'all? You feel me? Y'all already know, man. We're gonna be back next week. All that. Y'all prepare for my content. I'm posting TikToks like every other day. You have me.
Absolutely.
Word. All that. Eventually I'm gonna get back to streaming. I just need new equipment. And then prepare for some skits soon. Coming real soon.
Yeah. Good stuff.
I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, man. Cause who would I be if I keep it real with y'all, man? Homework's been kicking. Homework's been doing the toll on me. And that need me flipping that chicken, that panda. But y'all see me soon, though. Y'all see me soon. But y'all definitely see me on Hoops Unfiltered. Facts.
Hello.
And as for Zod we are heavily on YouTube now. We're gonna be streaming twice a week. But just know we have a lot of uploads on the way. On the way. Some beautiful uploads. Took a lot of time. All right. Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in, and remember, Jesus is and will always be Lord. Because I would not be doing a great job if I didn't say that. So Jesus is Lord. All right.
Amen.
All right. God bless y'all. Catch us next week at the same time around 9:00. But if not, we'll update y'all for a new topic that will let y'all know as soon as you tune in. All right, take care.
Yo, screw you, Shaun.
I tryna rock your boy like a Leah. Been a while since I ever seen ya. Diamonds is one on my neck like a Fina. Can't leave the career in my Nina. Feeling like more, just missing my Gina.